What's poppin', JT's cell phone case? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Summer House Martha's Vineyard Season 1, Episode 8 review. Last night's was the season finale episode. Hopefully we will get renewed for a Season 2 because I really enjoyed the first season of this show, and they had pretty decent numbers for a first year show on Bravo. But let's get into the season finale episode. So Jasmine the next day is very sad, down, and just miserable. And I would be too if I was married to Silas' milk dud looking self. So she calls her grandmother to vent, and Silas complains to Amir and Jason about Jasmine not being on their routine. And the last time he ate was 8 a.m. that morning. And Jasmine is just being too free-flowing for him. And it's not going to do it for him, okay? It's just not going to sit well with him that they're on vacation and she's acting like they're on a vacation. Like, who do you think you are? Like, he really think he Major Payne or Tom Cruise and Top Gun. I'm just not understanding who this man think he is, that this woman got to be waiting on him hand and foot like she's his maid. I thought she was your wife. Make it makes even Amir in his confession was like, really, dog? Like, simmer down. Calm down. Calm down. And later on in the episode, we got confirmation on why he treats her the way that he does and why he thinks he can get away with it. So the majority of the house goes to visit Oak Bluff, which was a predominantly black neighborhood in Martha's Vineyard, and they find out the rich history of the area. And Martha's Vineyard has always been a place that I have wanted to visit and vacation and spend time there. Let me know, anybody in the T Squad that's ever been to Martha's Vineyard, how was the vibe out there? How was it for black folks out there? What's the places to go to? Where's the best places to stay? Let me know, because I'm really trying to make that happen this year. So y'all let me know y'all experience. If you've been to Martha's Vineyard, let me know. So afterwards, Silas calls Jasmine about where's the iron. And she says to him on the phone, I'll be there like in 6 minutes, so have your suit out so I can steam it. And he just holding the phone. And she was like, okay, thank you. Like, you ain't gonna say thank you to me. He just ends up hanging up the phone. How she ain't boxed this food yet, I don't understand. So she gets there, she rushing around because, you know, they're having a little final kumbaya that night. And Silas was like, I was confused about what was so imminent that she would leave with such a short time for me to get ready. Excuse you? So you mean to tell me that your grown, able-bodied self don't know how to get dressed without her standing there waiting on you hand and foot? You ain't Prince Hakeem and Coming to America. Once again, who are you, sir? But somebody that literally looks like something that came out of my butthole when I was boo-booing. Like, you so ugly and got the nerve to be having fine man syndrome or something. Like, you are not Boris Kojo. You ain't even Damson Idris, Lord Jesus. Like, who do you think you are? And not to even be funny, him and Jasmine low-key a little bit look alike. But what? Like, his behavior is so abusive, it's not even funny. Like, I was blown away at the things that was coming out this man's mouth. So Jasmine says, you had your meal and I saw that there was nothing left, so I'm fine. Silas says, Amir's not bringing my food. Men don't bring each other food. It's definitely about you not being here to press my suit. I would have said, niggas, your hands broke? Who do you think that? Jasmine was like, to me, I set myself up for me to be steaming your clothes right now. I'm done. You're almost done. And like, I'm listening to this fool trying to justify Why his suit ain't being pressed or has been pressed yet. So Silas was like, I'm almost done with no assistance from you. So does she have to literally stand there and says, come on, baby, let mommy put on your short for you. Let me button it up. Come on, stand up straight so I can put your pants on for you. Like, what? So you can't put on your pants and put your legs in one at a time on your own, Beetle Bailey? Hey, Bill. Looking ass, like, girl, goodbye. So Jasmine in her confessional say, we discussed what works for us as far as roles and responsibilities, but I left that at the door when we got here. I don't understand why you agreed to these so-called marital gender roles that he got you over here acting like you mom's Mabley or somebody. And girl, but okay, you like it, I love it. So she says before she leaves the room, do you need help with anything else? And he was like, I just want acknowledgement. She rolls her eyes and leaves the room. Because what do you want acknowledgement for? What exactly? So she ends up going into the bathroom with Jordan and telling Jordan about, what they had been going through and how he holds down the household, I guess, financially, and needs her to take care of the, the everyday mundane things, I guess, that he doesn't have the time to take care of now that he has a wife that he provides for. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're the household provider and I don't have to work, yeah, I should be able to, clean up the house, wash clothes, make sure you eat. But that does not mean that I have to wait on you hand and foot, sir. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But Jordan, however, is really happy that Jasmine is for once being real and not putting on this happy-go-lucky, perfect relationship persona like she been doing when they first got to the house, because we all saw that was an act, and that literally beyond that surface, this girl is over there crying out for help because she is over there miserable with this ugly man. So Alex is getting hyped for his performance that nobody was looking forward to, but okay, girl. Nick wishes that his lady was there, and low-key, Alex later on in the night surprises him with his girlfriend Tasia, and he's so excited to see her and everything. She's a really cute little girl. Oh, not a little girl, but she's very petite, short. And Jordan in her confessional times, the only thing that's going through my mind is, if your girl only knew. And I'm like, exactly, because I'm just looking at her. Like, ain't nothing worse than to be somebody's mate and you're meeting his circle and everybody know that your man ain't nothing but you, and everybody been talking about it. Like, that is so cringy. So cringy. So, after that, Alex performs. To be honest with you, I was on my phone when that man was performing. I really didn't care to listen. I didn't want to listen. It was just too much for me. I guess he did okay. So Simon at one point during the night get to screaming, "Woo! Yeah, let's rage!" And I'm like, is he on meth? What is going on? He then decides to jump in the pool. Woo! And I'm like, this is not one of those white boy frat parties, sir. Everybody was looking at him like, who invited this white man? So Bria goes inside and talks to Tasia about learning how not to be aggressive in certain situations. And it's obvious that was all talk because of what happens literally later on that night. So Nick is lurking around their conversation because he knows that somebody gonna spill the tea to this girl that he was in Shanice and Jordan's inboxes. What, he even in Summers? I don't remember. So Nick gets called outside and Bria says to Tasia, we were confused because we didn't know y'all were together until 2 weeks in. And he was in a lot of my friends' DMs. Now, the girl Tasia tried to have a poker face, but it was when she did. That girl, that was the first time she had heard of it. But she didn't want to be embarrassed on national television. So she lies and says, he told me about conversations with the other girls. He's never given me a reason to think he would step out. I feel not an ounce of doubt about my relationship with Nick. What you mean he's never given you a reason to think he would step out when he has stepped out? Because if they would have took the bait, he would have been stepping and you wouldn't even got invited to this house. But nobody wanted him. So that's when he finally fessed up to the fact that you even existed, love. But okay, I guess. So the night wraps and Simon has changed out of his suit. I hope he took a bath. Jasmine and Silas talk about what happened, what's been happening between them. And Silas says, give me a little bit more. That's it. That's all I'm asking for. And it's like, how much more can this girl give you? Do you want blood at this point? He's really one of them people that will drain you of everything and break you down to nothing. He's literally that guy. And he reminds me a lot of somebody I used to date. So Jasmine in her confessional was like, we need a therapist as soon as we get back. I'm like, girl, y'all need more than a therapist. Y'all need Jesus. So Silas says, I think we both treat our routine like a necessity and not an option. A lot of our issues will be solved. And she was like, for you, because basically you telling me that I treat my so-called chores basically as an option and not a necessity that needs to be done. And it ain't household chores. It's taking care of you. So Alex tells Summer to hit him up when she comes to New York. So, they got a little thing going on. And then we hear Bria say, why did you leave me with Milo? Now, at this point, majority of the people have left. Simon says, Bria, that's not an option. She then takes him outside to reprimand him and says that he won't talk to her in any kind of way. And I'm like, what did he say to you? So Simon was like, you disrespect me. And she tells him, you're bugging the F out. Chill the F out. Step back into reality. Stop. And yelling at this man like he's literally a dog. And he like, okay. Girl, I see now why you with white men, because ain't no black man gonna ever let you sit up there and talk to them crazy like that. Like, you literally berate and belittle this man and punk this man because you know that you can. Like, she got an inferiority complex or something. She gives imposter syndrome. Like, she's trying to be somebody that she not, with this Valley girl accent. Like, I cannot get with this broad. Like, she is literally deranged. Like, it's something wrong with her. So Summer comes out to see what's going on. And Bria says, starts going off about him not watching the dog when she asked him. And Simon was like, you didn't ask me, you're telling me. And she is very bossy and think that she can tell that man what to do. This is why her and Simon don't like each other, because she is the female Silas. Oh my God. Just put those two together. She's the female Silas and Simon is Jasmine. Child. Okay. So Bria says, when she goes in house, Simon needs to go. I don't want him in this house anymore. Lies you tell after all that you pulled to get him in this house. Girl, we'll put you out before we put him out. Ain't nobody got time to be playing with you every time you get an attitude. You think somebody needs to get put out the house. So Summer stays outside to talk to Simon. And, was basically giving him sound advice on both of their behalves. Wasn't being flirtatious, wasn't crossing the line or anything. Bria is upstairs talking to Jordan, and she was like, Summer's out there talking to him because they have a little bond. And Jordan was like, doesn't her loyalty ride with you? And Bria says, clearly her loyalty is with Simon. Now, I don't know if this was the drink talking, but you know what they say about, a drunk mind will, a drunk tongue or speak a sober mind. I don't know that damn analogy, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I noticed that Jordan is an instigator. She is very much an instigator. She did the same thing with Mariah, and now she's doing it with Summer. And it's just like, do you not like them for some reason? Like, why are you amping this up to make it seem like somebody is going against Bria? Who the is Bria? Like, I would think Jordan, out of all the people in the house, would see how problematic Bria is. But it's like every time Bria acts up, she takes it as an opportunity to applaud her and champion her and amp her up. And I'm looking at her like, What is going on with you? Or are you instigating for the cameras, or is this really you? Because now I'm really starting to look at you sideways. Because why would you even be like, why wouldn't you be like, girl, Summer ain't, trying to be like that or nothing like that. It's something very weird with Jordan. So everybody is in the house dancing in the kitchen, twerking. Bria on the counter twerking them bones because she ain't got no booty. And she then out of nowhere says that her and Simon need to talk because he's being wild. Because he's dancing and having fun with everybody, just like you were just doing. But once again, this goes back to control. So, basically, I guess he ignored her. So, since she got ignored, she goes into brat mode, calls her mama, whining about how he keeps embarrassing her. And the mama was like, you keep embarrassing him, talking to him the way that you do. And she's like, Mom, no, why don't you listen? Oh my God, she is annoying. So Simon ends up coming upstairs and was like, you disrespected me. She's like, shut up. I'm talking to my mom. Shut the F up. Once again, you and Silas are absolutely nuts to think that y'all could talk to people any kind of way, but y'all mates allow you to. So Summer ends up knocking on the door, and Bria was like, I don't want anybody coming in my room. And she was like, you're fake as F, get out my room. And so Summer was like, at this point, she had opened the door. So Summer was like, don't talk to me like that. I stood up for you. Bria says, you were with my man downstairs. Girl, first of all, don't nobody want Simon but you. Can't nobody even understand what this man's saying. Girl, please. Don't nobody want him but you, girl. And he the only one that wants you. Let's keep it a buck. Because you walked around the house all summer with your hair all over your head, but you want to be so classy, looking like somebody straight off Amistad. Girl, sit down. So Summer ends up pushing her. Now, that was a push. When she pushed her, that was a push. When Mariah did this was literally how much Mariah touched her. That. But Summer did like that. That was a push, okay? And so she ended up trying to fight the girl back, jumping over the luggage, but ended up falling over herself. Jordan in production trying to stop her. Jordan Thompson, you are so much better than this. Stop this right now. Is she so much better? Because I think that this is exactly who she is. A gutter Barbie, literally. So Bria was like, I'm so tired of people putting their hands on me. Well, we're so tired of you acting like a biatch, okay? So mind you, all of this is going on. Simon then went in the other room and went to sleep, child. So then we go into Silas and Jasmine's room, and he tells them, take care of your friend. She's literally been invited by us. A text won't do. Who you talking to, dictator? You ain't Putin. This is the last night. What you think this is about to happen? It's the last night. We about to leave. So Jasmine was like, I don't actually care. Exactly. So he told me, so you want me to be honest, or would you rather not hear anything from me right now? She said, I don't want to hear a damn thing from you right now. Like, she has had it with him. So he told me, you're not going to talk to your husband like that. And she said, man, please, the way you've been talking to me this trip, he told me, so when you calm down, I'm going to bring this up. And Jasmine was like, I have time right now. You want to bring it up now? I was so happy she finally started giving him the business because he didn't know what to do, honey. He did not know what to do when she started giving him that mouth back. So then he gets up because she goes into the bathroom. He's so mad and irate. He gets up and follows her into the bathroom, talking about that coverage that comes along with marriage. I promise you your life will change tomorrow. And so that's when we got our confirmation that he holds the fact that he's the breadwinner over her head. And that was a threat of, you won't have ish come tomorrow. You won't have nothing as of tomorrow, because he knows that financially she's dependent on him. And that's the worst thing that you can do for a woman or a man, is to be financially dependent on anybody else. Jasmine, you better get up off your ass and get a motherfucking job, girl. Because ain't no way no man gonna think that he can talk to me and treat me any kind of way just because he paying some bills and buying me some clothes. Absolutely not. I don't know if you married this man so you can have a place to stay, to have some financial security, but you married him for the wrong reasons, honey, because he is literally mentally, and at some point he gonna start knocking you upside your head, because it gives me very much that. Very much. He has all the classic signs of an abuser. Okay? I feel sorry for you, love. So he get mad and start packing his bags to leave. And she was like, my husband telling me you can't effing fold laundry. You can't do this. You can't do that. You don't think you said nothing wrong? He's sitting up there ignoring her. She was like, okay, whatever, and lays back down and goes to bed. The next day, everybody's preparing to leave, and Bria is continuing to be Bria, child. She and Summer talk, and Summer apologizes for pushing her and inserting herself in her business, even though she wasn't trying to, be malicious or anything like that. They end up making up. Everybody leaves, and that was pretty much that. Overall, it was a great season. For reality television purposes, Silas is great for the show, but in real life, out of everybody who I would personally want to see back, not just for reality show purposes, but I would love to see Jordan back, Preston, and Amir. I think they were great. They were standouts. I think that Jasmine and Silas can come back because their marriage is just a train wreck. Justice for Mariah. She needs to come back. And I feel like out of this first season, those are the only people that should come back next season. I feel like Nick, Alex, Jason, Summer, they didn't really add much. Oh, and Shanice. Shanice most definitely needs to come back. But I feel like those others, they really didn't do much, really didn't have much of an impact. They need some more turn-up people in the house. But I think that they are the mainstays of this show that really were the standouts. Overall, I'm going to give the season finale an A. I gave pretty much every episode this season an A, I believe. Overall, I'm going to give the entire season an A. It was a great first season of a show. I hope they get picked up for a season 2. It was a really, really, really good show. And I would love to see some of these cast members end up being on Winter House with the other Summer House crew when Summer House films next year, because they've already filmed the Summer House that'll be appearing in the next few months. And they normally film Summer House around January. So hopefully we'll get some of, the black castmates over there at Winter House. I think that'll be so dope. So dope. And I would love to overall see Bravo do like girls trip type vibe, but with the other reality shows, like mix it up. And instead of it being a girls trip, it's just like a Bravo Friends trip. Take people from Summer House, Martha's Vineyard. Take people from Shaws of Sunset or Project Runway or Top Chef and, all of these other shows that they have on the network, and put them in a house for a week or two. Ratings explosion. Put the Vanderpump people in the house. Like, child, television gold. Okay, people over there, Bravo, listen to your girl. All right, y'all let me know what y'all thought about the season finale episode of Summer's House, Martha's Vineyard. Tell me who you would like to see back next season, who you don't think need to come back. What did you give an overall grade for the season? Let's talk. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.